The first thing the man did after being reborn was to actively go and take the blame for his wife, who had hit and killed someone with her car. Although he knew the accident would result in a 20-year prison sentence for him, he resolutely decided to let his wife go. After she left, the police were about to take the man to the station. But, unexpectedly, his parents arrived at the scene. They desperately tried to explain to the police, claiming their son was innocent. For the past few days, he had been working overtime at the company, and couldn't possibly have been the one to hit the victim. However, the man interrupted his parents, insisting that he was the one who had driven the car. Seeing his ungrateful son, the father angrily slapped him across the face, and the elderly mother was so upset, she suffered a heart attack. By the time the man was taken to the station, the delivery driver he hit had already passed away. Since the victim's family refused to accept any settlement, the man was likely facing 20 years in prison. To help him avoid punishment, the lawyer his parents hired brought in his co-workers to testify, confirming he had been at the company during the incident, and had never been near the car that caused the accident. But the man rejected their good intentions, angrily accusing his co-workers of lying. If they insisted he had been at the company, why not check the company's surveillance footage? The police quickly went to review the footage, but shockingly, the surveillance cameras, which had worked perfectly for the past 3 years, malfunctioned on the very day of the incident. With insufficient evidence from the lawyer, and the man insisting on taking the blame, the police ultimately rejected the lawyer's request for a defense. Seeing that the man was so stubborn, his co-workers angrily left. After they left, the man's parents arrived at the police station. In just 3 days, his parents had aged drastically, their hair turning gray overnight. Looking at their haggard faces, the man felt immense guilt, but he kept reminding himself not to show weakness. His mother knew her son loved his wife deeply. For years, he had been entirely obedient to her, allowing her to become increasingly reckless, even showing disdain for his parents, while his mother didn't care about how the wife treated them. This was a life and death matter. If the man took the fall for his wife, his entire life would be ruined. Just as the man struggled to figure out how to explain things to his parents, his wife suddenly arrived at the police station with her first love. Seeing the two of them acting intimately, the father angrily scolded his daughter-in-law for being shameless, but the man stepped in to stop his father, and actively defended his wife. He believed that his wife, who had grown up with her first love, had never done anything wrong to him. But the crowd watching wasn't stupid. From the moment she entered, the wife was leaning on her first love, making it hard for anyone to believe their relationship was purely innocent. The mother, worried that her granddaughter would follow her daughter-in-law's bad example, tried to take the child away. But, unexpectedly, the granddaughter, this ungrateful child, shoved the elderly woman harshly. At that moment, the man saw their true faces. Just then, the first love threw a divorce agreement on the table, insisting that she would divorce the man, a murderer, and demanded that he leave with nothing, giving up all the family wealth to her. To her surprise, the man decisively signed the divorce papers, agreeing to give her everything. But little did she know, this was all part of the man's revenge plan. Just 2 days later, the woman finally confessed that she had been the one to hit the person.